nearly lost you on a wedding day. It was early afternoon, and you were leaving lunch with your best friend when your vehicle careened into an SUV. As it turned out in front of you, violently flinging you into the waiting airbag. You were shaken and dazed, but otherwise okay, and still determined to get married. And I watched you walking down the aisle. You were going, the scrapes and bruises infancy of our relationship, when we were almost exclusively hanging out together with friends. Kathy and I went to St. John's Apple Fest. It was held every fall in the parking lot of the Catholic Church I had attended as a youth, converting the after they safely pull in. My brother graduated college in spring, and we were both living back home, the town we were raised in, for the summer. One afternoon, we went swimming in a lake across the street with a couple of friends by the house where my roommate my freshman year grew up. On a whim or a dare, we decided to see if we could try and flip his parents' 300-pound swim raft. The four of us stood in each corner, like they were the ends of the earth, and began to rock the vessel back and forth in the snow, as if its body ached from old age, and stood up like a skyscraper before crashing back to earth, scattering us like debris. We plunged into the water like stones. My brother and Dan surfaced first, and probably aged a year for every second before Pat and I came back up. We couldn't flip it back over, so it just sat there like a turtle stuck on its shell. I became an atheist junior year, my spring semester in college. A friend from back home moved into our already crowded two-bedroom apartment. time for the funeral. Excited they were to meet us. You know how two trees can grow together, become like one. When my grandmother died, my grandfather died too. It took 2 whole years to convince his body to let him go. in Philadelphia, where you were all alone at home, the only body occupying a lonely apartment. I watched the TV through the window from outside the bar and counted down the seconds to the new year with you over the phone. But I couldn't kiss you at midnight, I couldn't hold you in my arms. The sound